Paolo Banchero last night officially announced as the NBA's Rookie of the Year. No surprise.
None.
He was the number one pick in the draft. Everybody thought he would be the best rookie, and then he was quite clearly the best rookie in the NBA this season. He was awesome.
That team's kind of interesting. Like, it'll be, Orlando always seems like that team, and I could be completely off base here, but the perspective is they're always that team that gets like a good young star. And I know they went to the finals with Dwight Howard, back when, but they always get that good young star and can't hold on to them.
Shaq, Penny, Dwight Howard. I mean, the list
keeps going.
Pretty significant. When I think of Orlando, I think of a team that, and I don't know the exact numbers on this. Somebody else could look it up. It always feels like they have 8 top 10 picks on their roster, and they just stink. They've got because like the whole rebuilding thing is always
they've been rebuilding forever.
You got to get lottery picks, and if you get lottery picks, and they've got a team full of lottery picks, and they stink every year. That's what it feels like to me.
Yeah, from seeing him in person this season, he definitely has a chance to be a star. I mean, the size, the ball handling,
he's so big and strong and skilled. I first saw him after his sophomore year of high school. It was at USA Basketball camp in Colorado Springs, Colorado. And he just finished his sophomore year of high school. So he was known, but it wasn't like he was a household name or anything because he's like 16 years old. But I remember sometimes you can just see, it's like nobody has to tell you anything about recruiting rankings or who's who. You're just observing and you go, well, that one's different than the other ones. And he was so quite clearly that. Big, strong, skilled for his age. And I remember I was sitting with, let's just say, a coach of a blue blood program who was about to have a preseason top 10 team that year. And they were recruiting Paolo. And they said, he could start for us right now as a 16-year-old. We have a preseason top 10 team. Blue blood program, and you could take that dude right now and put him in our starting lineup, and he'd be fine at 16 years old. You don't hear coaches talk about 16-year-olds like that too often. LeBron James, once upon a time, Paolo Banchero for sure. And since then, all he did was get bigger, stronger, and more skilled. Famously, he'd play in these pickup games out. He's from Seattle. Memphis recruited him a little bit. Mike Miller did when he was on staff. I remember I was sitting with his father, Paolo's dad. And Mike's, of course, his agent now, and that relationship dates back to then. But I was sitting with Paolo's dad at this USA Basketball thing, and you get to talk, hey, where are you from? And I say, Memphis. And he goes, oh, we might come visit Memphis. And I said, I never thought he was going to Memphis.
Right.
Because his parents both went to Washington, and then like the Dukes and the Kentuckys were in. So it was always like he's going to go to a blue blood or just stay home and play at Washington. And then, of course, he picked Duke. So I never thought he was going to Memphis. But they were interested in Memphis on some sort of surface level. And the dad was like, so you're from Memphis. We might come visit there. He's like, we're going to try to knock it out. If we do it, probably, take an official visit to Memphis and then unofficial to Tennessee, or official to Tennessee and then unofficial to Memphis. We'll just knock them out both, on the same week or whatever.
No, you won't.
And he goes, how far is Knoxville from Memphis? I said, man, you have no idea. I said,
it's like opposite ends of the country.
Yeah, I was like, dude, you'd be better off visiting Memphis and SMU than Memphis and Tennessee or vice versa. Like, it's a long ways away. So he didn't properly understand Google Maps at the time. But it was pretty clear all along Paolo was going to be special, and he had an incredible rookie season. So congrats to Mike. Mike now is the agent of a number one pick and the agent of a Rookie of the Year. And the
irony is he was Rookie of the Year, too, for the Magic.
He was Rookie of the Year for the Magic as well. So, Paolo Banchero, your Rookie of the Year, no surprise. I'm surprised on some level that it wasn't unanimous.
The Gary Parrish Show, live weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.